it is important to recognize that no crime was committed. However, ethics violations were committed. Just the use of state computers for personal matters is clearly a violation, much less the passing around of adult, hardcore, pornographic images and sordid images. But why the outrage? It was not embezzlement, misuse of public funds, taking of bribes, awarding of huge contracts under the table, or anything like that. Was this just boys being boys? So what really happened here? Well, prosecutors, investigators, staff in the Attorney General's office of then Attorney General Corbett were originating at times and also making personal comments that were being sent or forwarded around the office and even outside the office of very hardcore adult graphic videos for their own pleasure and fun during working hours on their state-owned computers. It is very clear that Attorney General Corbett did not know of this activity taking place, or you can believe he would have ended it immediately. But what really boggles my mind is that his top aides and advisors just did not feel obligated enough to just inform their boss of this going on in the office. We're talking about hundreds of these emails. Whether opened or not by some, they certainly knew what was being sent to them. If for no other reason, how about loyalty to their boss who hired them and trusted them? These were grown, intelligent men with major responsibilities. Supreme Court Justice Seamus McCaffrey sent in many of these to his buddy in the Attorney General's office at that time. Now, he has just resigned from the court. Maybe it was for good reasons, or maybe it was just to protect his own pension and stop any further deeper investigation of his other questionable activities besides the mailing of these pornographic materials. Several of Tom Corbett's top people were asked to resign by him, and they did, although one finally left and blamed it on the Attorney General Kaine, that is, and he did not accept any personal responsibility for his actions. I thought that was sad to watch. Attorney General Kaine and the man who was hired by her to investigate Tom Corbett's handling of the Sandusky investigation found no evidence that Tom Corbett delayed the process in the Sandusky matter. But in that investigation, they uncovered these hundreds of pornographic emails. The culprits said, well, Kaine is just releasing these names for political purposes. Others have said she had a duty to the public to release the information. But in any case, these emails did exist, and they were sent around the office at that time and even out of the office. So where are we? We have a legal and judicial system that the public has lost confidence and trust in, and we deserve those feelings, I believe. It is embarrassing and unprofessional. But we all must remember 99% of lawyers, judges, investigators, etc., would not have then or now participated in this kind of improper and sordid activity. So yes, the dignity and the credibility of the legal system has been truly tarnished. But this too shall pass. I am very sure that all of those men named so far are very embarrassed, and they know they have seriously hurt their good names personally and professionally, all because of serious lapses in ongoing judgment, and in some cases, some arrogance. And I feel badly for them. In any case, I really wish them well, because I know most of them, and they are really good people. In closing, I think the good that's going to come out of all this will be, at least for the foreseeable future, elected and appointed officials, state employees, particularly in the Attorney General's office, judges, and all of us will be much more vigilant and thoughtful in our daily activities on social media and in sending emails. Let's hope we will all be better role models for our children and our grandchildren. We will think before we do anything on social media and in our emails. You know, our kids are not the only ones who need to think before they send anything. And now we see that we adults have to think as well.